Hey everyone, Robert Ferringo of Doc Sports here with the number 24 team in my NFL Power Rankings countdown, the Carolina Panthers. If you're enjoying these videos, be sure to like and subscribe to Doc Sports YouTube channel. You will get an alert every time one of these new videos is posted as I count down to the number one team in the NFL heading into the season. Today's team, all right, number 24, Carolina Panthers. And even just saying that out loud, I feel like I might be overestimating this team. I think that this team has the potential to bottom out more than it does the potential to jump up. Now, this team is in a very similar situation as Houston and as Indianapolis, in that they have a top 10 pick, actually the number one overall pick, and it's will they or won't they with Bryce Young. Are they going to start their rookie quarterback? Now, I wrote an article. I've talked about it in some of these videos. If you are unaware, I feel very, very strongly about rookie quarterbacks and that they should not start ever. They should never be the opening day starter in their rookie season. Now, Carolina is having a competition between Young and Andy Dalton. Look, Andy Dalton's a loser. We know that. We know he's terrible. He was awful last year in New Orleans, squandered a much better roster. And a much better opportunity last season. He's not very good. He's not going to lead this team to the playoffs. His best days are behind him, and his best days weren't even that good. He's still a better option than Bryce Young. And I think that Carolina will hurt Bryce Young's development if they start him this season. But, you know, some teams and some owners are just like, hey, throw the kid in there, let him take his lumps, let him learn on the job. I don't believe in that. I think that history has proven that that's a terrible way to develop NFL quarterbacks. So we'll see what Carolina is going to do, and it's kind of tough to gauge who they're going to be until we know who their quarterback is. If they decide to start Bryce Young, then again, this isn't the 24th best team. This team is going to be closer to 29th or 30th in my power rankings after the first couple of weeks and after their first few results than if they start Dalton, who isn't very good, but is better than Bryce Young right now. They went out and got criminally underrated DJ Chark. They got Adam Thielen. They have some pieces offensively, and I love Frank Reich. I think Frank Reich is a fantastic coach. I think he got a really raw deal in Indianapolis. You know, they had that quarterback carousel there. Like how many different years can you give a head coach a new over-the-hill, past his prime starting quarterback and expect him to make it work? So, you know, I think Carolina did a great job of landing Frank Reich, and I think he will do good things with Bryce Young. They don't have a lot of talent on that side of the ball. Offensive line isn't very good. Don't love their running game. I just don't see a lot of pop. There's not a lot of chemistry or cohesion because they did bring in so many new guys. Let's say they do start Andy Dalton or the rookie, and he's throwing to two receivers who weren't here last year. These guys just aren't on the same page, and I don't expect it to be easy for them to make that happen. Defensively, I'm very intrigued by their defensive coordinator. I'm going to butcher this name, but bear with me. Giro Avero, I believe. He was in Denver last year. Okay, he studied under Dom Capers and Vic Fangio, two of the best defensive minds in the NFL over the last 40 years. Avero put together a top 10 defense last year. Now, he's actually making the switch, though, in Carolina. They're switching from the 4-3 to the 3-4. That's always a messy transition. That never goes well, particularly early in the season. They're trying to fit a lot of square pegs into round holes when you go from that base 4-3 to the 3-4. Now, Carolina has talent up front. They have a lot of talent on that defensive line, and frankly, they could have one of the best secondaries in the NFC. Their secondary is absolutely loaded. Jeremy Chin, Eric Rowe, and CJ Henderson, those three guys could be starters in a lot of secondaries. They're coming off the bench, okay? Carolina has Von Bell, Xavier Woods, J.C. Horn, and Dante Jackson. Those are four potential Pro Bowlers starting in the secondary. You throw in that depth. They're going to be very, very good against the pass. Again, problem is, are they going to be able to generate a pass rush? And are they going to be able to stop the run as they kind of make that transition, especially early in the year? Whatever happens, Carolina has to do a better job of forcing turnovers. Over the last 2 years, the Carolina defense has only forced 33 turnovers. That's 33 turnovers in 2 seasons. Last year, the number one turnover forcing defense in the NFL was the Dallas Cowboys. They forced 33 turnovers in 1 season. So Carolina is going to have to get better on that side of the ball, give their offense a few more chances. Again, I like the coaching staff. There are some pieces on both sides of the ball, but I look at that season win total of 7.5. This is an easy under for me. And that's even with me overvaluing this team a little bit. They have one of the easiest schedules in the NFL. They don't play in a particularly overwhelming division, although I think they're obviously the third best team in that 4-team division. But 7.5 wins, seeing this Carolina team get to 8 or 9 wins, I think that's unrealistic. Okay, Andy Dalton's not going to get them to 8 or 9 wins. And if they go with the rookie, it's going to be even more hard knocks for this team. So I'll call for a 6 straight losing season in Carolina. Take the under on that. Be sure to check back tomorrow for the next video as I count down to the #1 team in the NFL heading into the 2023 season. Until then, carpe diem and good luck.